Today's tale sees us playing Space Transport Company, and we are going to be trying to make our millions. So Space Transport Company it's basically a space tycoon game, right? The idea is to buy and supply goods to wherever needs it in giant space here. We have got a couple of suns here. So we've got the old J393. We have the Sol system right here. What else we got? Yed Prior. So we're going to be going down to Sol because Sol is currently the only place that has anything that is colonized. So we've got a couple of planets here. We've got Luna, the Moon, and Earth. And there should also be a Mars. So we're going to want to supply these guys with whatever they want. Organically, other planets will get colonized and slowly build up. But for now, we're just going to concentrate on over here on the Earth and the Moon. It is one of the easiest trade routes to do. So if we come down to the Earth, we'll have a look at what we've got going on. Earth is making us a whole lot of water, a whole lot of food, consumer goods. We do need some rare resources by quite a bit. So what do rare resources go into? Rare resources, they produce all sorts of things here. Machinery is the main one. And then if we have a look over on the Moon, we can see that we need some water, we need some food, we need a whole lot of colonists. There's only about 6 million people living here. It's not that well developed, right? Only 10% development. So we're going to have to get some stuff going. So first up, let's build some routes here. We'll get ourselves a new route. I'd love to go from the Earth to the Moon. And over on Earth, I'd like to probably not pick up things like... let's not pick up any rare resources. I don't want to be picking up any of that. We probably don't want to be picking up any just raw resources. Everything else should be pretty good. And then over on the Moon, we don't really want to be picking up much of anything. We will want to pick up maybe some rare, since they do make excess amounts of that. Everything else can pretty much stay, though. Do not want you at... Although, you're not so bad. Those raw resources, not too bad. Everything else looks pretty good. So that's our first trade route right there. Earth to Luna direct. And then we're probably going to want some ships to go on this baby. So we've got a few choices here. We've got the Doing 909 at 20k. So we start off with 225,000, right? We're going to make a few choices here. Things are going to cost us money to rent over here. So we're going to have to rent a couple of spaceports. You cannot launch big ships without having these space gates here. So we're going to have to rent a couple of these. And on Earth, it is pretty expensive, right? Everybody apparently wants a space gate on Earth. So we're going to get probably 2 of these for for about 30k each. That eats into things straight away. We do have to pay a bit of rental on those as well. So not only is it costing us a fair chunk in straight up cash, but we got to rent the damn thing as well. Next up, we're going to get probably a couple of gates over here. Luckily on the Moon, it is a lot cheaper. Like, it's only 3k here and only 100 a month. So we'll straight get some of those. 2 of those should do us. So each ship needs, if it's here and it wants to land, it needs a port to land on. Otherwise, it has to do the old circle and consider what it wants to do in life. So now we can get some ships going on this route. So we got the Doing. It's pretty good. 20k, it's pretty cheap. We can buy a couple of those. Fuel usage is pretty huge, though. If we look at the space bus here, the D500, which is the sort of more competitive one, we can see that their fuel usage is just as high on this thing. And the reliability is actually lower. It's not so bad, though. This route isn't long, so the reliability is not so bad. Your ships slowly break down. They can break down in space. If they break down in space, a little towing man will come out and he'll fix up that ship in space. But with this route, they'll land back on Earth and get repaired, hopefully, or they'll break down, kind of relatively close, so it's not too bad. We need to get some storage on this baby. So we know that they want food, so we'll give them some food. We know they want water, so we'll give them some water. We know that we'll pick up probably rare resources on the way back. So we've got a nice bit of storage going on here. And what I'll probably do is, I might give them a bit more water but I'll probably go with a few coach classes here. I figure in the long run, we're going to be transporting people from Earth to the moon anyway, and then later on we might get some tourists. So we might be able to capitalize on that a little as well with some transport back and forth. So we're going to order, I think we'll just order the max here. So we'll get 4 of these babies going. Hopefully this run should start making us a fair bit of cash on the get-go here. We've only got 17k. You can get liquidated. I have been liquidated. It was pretty embarrassing. I thought, yeah, you know what? It won't be so bad if I hit the negatives. Well, apparently it's really bad. There's also the space police out here keeping the, the space lanes nice and clear. He's like, yep, I'm gonna go check out the sector that's 1,000,000 miles away. You have to be careful as well that planets don't die. So I haven't had Mars die on me yet, but I had a couple of moons that were 1,000,000 miles away over here somewhere, and that is our first ship launch. Let's go check that baby out. Where are they at? They're actually, what happens is they will actually all launch at once. So they're all in here, but this spaceport situation right here should break them up. So you can see that only 2 were able to land, and then we should get them breaking up and launching back and forth now. We could probably look at maybe getting something new. When we can afford it, we might get another spaceport over here. This tends to be the bigger bottleneck, since you launch things from Earth to just about everywhere. But we're hosing out a fair bit of cash here, and you can see as they go back, we're transporting a couple of people back and forth. We're also transporting probably rare resources. Can we have a look at what you've got? So you have no people, but you've got rare resources. So we're getting a bit of money there, and hopefully we'll get some passengers at some point. We can't afford another gate here. I think we're definitely going to get a gate, because I'm not so excited about seeing my my spaceships hovering around when they could be making me money. And we're going to do the same over here. We'll get another gate. It's not so bad on the moon. It doesn't cost us so much. We could think about getting a office over here to increase our little thing. But we also, each time we trade in here, we get a bit of reputation. But we're going to pause up here. The AI is going to spam out some stuff pretty soon, and I want to be ahead of that curve just a little. So how are we looking on supply and demand? We could probably get... we might be able to get another ship in here, though. I've got to be careful that we don't just swamp this place, right? Otherwise, I could get a space tourist, not a space tourist, a colonist one going here, because you can see there is a lot of people wanting to go to the moon. We can even see there's a couple of people, I think they want to go business class. I think that's what blue is. So we might be able to get, so there's some business travelers in there as well. So we might be able to create ourselves a little people traveling ship here. We'll probably get the space bus again. I think we'll just cram this baby right on up like this. Actually, that's not what we want. Jeez, we don't want all business class. We want some coach. Definitely coach first. And then we'll throw some business in. And then we'll probably throw some first class just in case. And we will launch that baby straight away. So that should be pretty good. We'll start transporting some people around. Get some money on that one. We're going to wait for that to get constructed. Next up, we probably want to start looking at... so now that we know that this trade route's going to make us money all the time, we probably want to start looking at a trade route this way. Because I'd like to get Mars sort of on the route to not die here. So we'll probably get... let's do this run here. Mars, what do you make for me, baby? You make... let's see, you need everything but raw goods, right? So, indeed. So, over on Mars, please don't pick me up anything. None of that. None of that, because you make me none of that. We'll probably look at picking up... We don't mind the raw materials, even though I highly doubt we will do a run for that. Earth does like a lot of raw materials, so there is that going for it, right? And we're going to get a... ship in here. Although last time What I did is I actually waited a bit to get one of the bigger ships. There's a couple of big ships in here, right? There's a, where are you, baby? The Doing 909, which can fit a fair bit in, and the fuel usage is really quite low, which I thought was pretty good, right? Considering it's got to do a fair bit of travel here. Ooh, and there's our next D500. That should start grabbing us some people. Start dropping them off. We can see that the AI has already kicked off here and is going to basically swamp this place with water, which is a little bit unfortunate. Can't do much about it. But they're going to start... Yeah, here we go. They'll do the 25 water runs, which is not great because it pretty much destroys any sort of need this place has for water really quickly. So we'll just have to put up with them destroying our route there. But I think we've already made most of our money out of that. So we should be pretty happy there. And we just got to wait till we can afford a fairly decent ship. Ooh, there's a new colony over on Europa. So this is what you have to be really careful of, right? So I did say that colonies will die, right? So Europa has 150,000 people there. They will have no food supplies, no water, and if we don't start sending them stuff, they will suffer big time. So we're going to make another route here, and I'll show you something interesting here. So Europa has no spaceport. No spaceport. So they've just got this, I don't even know what this is. It's just a hole in the earth, really. It calls it a bare surface landing site. Nobody wants to be doing that. That's just a rocket onto flimming dirt, right? So what we're going to have to do here is we're going to have to start sending these guys a whole lot of care packages. Otherwise, they will start suffering. They'll get a little huffy, and they'll probably die. So over on Earth, what we're going to do is we're going to do a wait till full load for food. We're going to do a wait for full load for water. And then I think we should be good with that. And then we're going to buy some rockets here. So we're going to come over to our ships here. And we are going to buy probably some Neptunes here. I tend not to make a lot of profit on this, which I find a little sad. But we're going to send them a food package. Do not pick up any of this, because I don't particularly want them having... I'd rather they got food than anything else. So they're getting food. We don't need any of that. We could send them machinery as well. So we'll get... where are we? Europa. So we'll order probably 2 of these. Next up, I would like probably a machinery run. So machinery helps develop the place. So we'll get a machinery run as well. So we've got that one. Can we wait till full? We will order some of these. At the moment, there's a little bit of a bug where if you hit launch immediately, the rockets are a bit stuffed up. But the developers are working on it. Everything's in alpha. So they are working on new features. They're working on everything. So if you see anything hinky, it probably will get fixed pretty soon. They're actively working on it to get it sorted. So we've got machinery run. We need some water runs here. So we'll send in some water as well. What we'd like, probably about 3 of those. And then, I don't know if there's any... If we have a look at Earth, was there anyone wanting to go to Europa? Where you boys all going? Luna, probably Mars. There is a small contingency for Europa, but we'll probably wait for that. And then we will start launching some... Alright, so we got some Neptune rockets here. Hopefully they should. So this guy, he's waiting for some food, so we'll send him off. And there we go. Rockets into space. Look at them go. We might send maybe a few more of these. We might duplicate out some of these. Wait for them to come in. Ah, what did you do? So you got food, you've got food. Excellent. Excellent. Pretty happy with most of this. So we should get some food over here. We don't want to send them too much food because they don't need a huge amount, right? What do they need here? They need about 25. So I've probably already sent them way too much. That's okay. I'd rather they didn't die just yet. I prefer they, you know, manage to get themselves all sorts of functioning. So we'll send them some machinery. We'll send them some water. How much water do they need? Didn't quite see. What is in this rocket? Interesting. Water. Okay. So there's about 30 water going their way. So that should fill that as well. Machinery, they need about 30 of that. And their colonists should build up. So hopefully we'll manage to keep old Europa pumping along there with some supplies. Speaking of supplies, we probably want to start looking at Mars, right? Mars has only got a tiny little spaceport, so if we don't get in early, the competition will kick our butt to get to there. They'll hire both of these and screw us over. These do get upgraded. You can pay for them to get upgraded now. It's pretty expensive though. 45,000 is not much, but it's still a lot of money considering your enemy are sort of using these as well. I assume this is going to get changed at some point, so that when you do subsidize things, you get maybe a little bit of extra stuff out of it, because it seems a little unfair at the moment that you pay to get it upgraded and then the AI just sort of gets a bit of a bonus out of it. So what do we got here? We've got a whole lot going to Mars. Alright, so we might start up a people mover to Mars here. We might get a Doing. I want something sort of reliable. It's a long flight. This guy goes fairly fast. So we'll get a Doing in first. We'll probably do something like this. A couple of these and 2 of these. So that they can build up a bit later in case they have any business going on. We'll go to Mars to direct. So we'll order 1 of those. And then we probably want something. Did I get that ship? I did. Good. And then we probably want something that will transport a bit of stuff their way. So we can afford 1 of these. We might get a Doing 1909. And we'll probably stick in some food, some water, some machinery. They need machinery. The thing with machinery is Earth doesn't make a lot, so we might just ease up on that. Just in case there's nothing going there. Then we'll give them some more food. We'll give them some more water. Give them lots of water, because, you know, just die without that water. And then we'll probably, I think we might just send in some more coach here and a couple of those. Looks okay. So we've got the machinery covered. We've got the food covered. Maybe we could ease up on this a little and send them some more food, I guess. The AI will start hitting this run up as well. So we do have to be conscious that we are going to be fighting them for every inch that we have to. Maybe I shouldn't have sent 2 ships at once, but they will break apart when they do their old landing cycle there. We are launching missiles into space. There should be a whole bunch here. There's a whole bunch here, and there's probably 1 just there. And how long? How long? Look at that. Distance 4 AU. Captain, we have vital food supplies incoming to Europa. Europa is, they're not dying yet, but they've got a little bit of food here, right? A little bit of food left, a little bit of water. Consumer goods, I don't really care about consumer goods. I assume they don't care about consumer goods. I mean, it does go towards population and other things, but at the moment, we can send them some consumer goods. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do a quick run, a quick missile run, rocket run of consumer goods here. We don't need that. What we need is purchase a new ship. We want to do, let's see, to Europa. We don't need to send them that much. We could probably just send them this, and we could probably send them consumer goods. I wonder if we will get consumer goods before food. Interesting. Let's do 1. And we'll edit the route here. So we need to do Europa. Let's go wait for full load. We need to wait for full load, and then we'll do not pick up none. There we go. So hopefully we should pick up some consumer goods on that one. At least that's the plan. That is the plan. Alright, we just got where's our Sparrow? Mr. John Sparrow. Alright, start. And what did you get? What did you get? That is the real question. We can have a look here. You got more food, apparently. Didn't really want to send more food, but okay, I guess that's what we're sending. Did I not do that on the right place? Pick up none? I guess not. What do we got going on here? New Starship Space Bus. D520 is now on sale. We should have probably bought one of those. Let's go to our routes. Maybe I could get... So every now and then, bigger and badder ships become available here. And we've got the Space Bus D520. This baby is a whole lot bigger than Mr. 500. Where is he? Than Mr... Are you the Space Bus? You are not. This one here, the Doing. So he's faster than the Doing. He's faster than the Doing. He's more reliable. He is more fuel efficient, is he? Just he is. Alright, so we might get one of these going as well. We'll probably get something like this, I think. Machinery will probably ease off on, and then we might just send out a whole lot of people. That looks magnificent to me. Whoa, maybe we should put more of these guys in. And then 2 of those. I don't trust the first class to do well here. I assume this is space tourism here. Europa, surely not. I don't mind this run so much. Maybe at a later point when we maybe make rare resources over there, we can bring those back. I don't think there's much else we can bring back from this path, but we'll get that baby out of here. And we've got the space tourism going. We're a space tourism company. Ooh, subsidy for Luna is ended. So let's have a look at the AI. The AI has probably gone bananas over here. Just thrashing the place. I'd say that we're going to soon see... Oh no, they still do have a fair bit of demand. Normally the demand just dies off pretty quick. The AI is throwing food at it, left, right, and center. Water, yep. Water, what do you got? You've got food. They will just start throwing stuff in there all the time. Like crazy. How are we doing though? How are we doing against the AI? Normally the AI kicks my butt after a while. So net worth, income. Yeah, they'll start getting there. They'll start getting there. Don't you worry about that. They'll be like, yo, we see you've got a few space routes. Well, we see your space routes and we're just going to blow you out of the water. How are we doing on... So this guy here has a bit of disrepair. What I might do is I might consider putting down... On these planets, you can put things like... you can build services here. So I could build a local office that will give me a bit more company reputation. I could also build a... where is it? A maintenance hangar. And the maintenance hangar will repair off some of that deterioration on these ships when they land. What we might do is we might get a office and a... hangar here at the same time, just to get ourselves looking pretty good. We did tank our reputation a little here, but we'll build it back up with our little company, and as soon as we deliver a few goods here and there. Did we land? Whoa, we're in the planet. We're in the planet. Where are we? So there's one. He's landed. The other one's just not far behind. Oh, and we're getting attacked by pirates. I haven't quite seen what the pirates do yet, but it's not fun when they try to gank you, right? And we have Mars humming along here, and our rockets probably won't make me a lot here, but they are about to land. So they make about what they cost. But I don't mind the fact that they do that, as long as Europa kind of survives. See, that one was less than what it was. It's not cool, but you know what? If we can get Europa up, then we can start throwing some stuff that way. Sometimes I did say to the devs in one of the forum posts that they should probably look at the cost of these things, because at the moment it's not really worth it. If I look at this run here, I mean, to keep this planet going, I might as well let the AI do it. But if I look at this route here, we've kind of just, you know, we haven't made any money, right? which is a little sad. But that is A-okay, right? A-okay. As long as Mr. Europa here has plenty of food, plenty of water, he can keep on functioning. And not kill themselves, because they will kill themselves. I've seen planets sort of implode and not work anymore. And it's a little sad. So we might send... I'm tempted to send a whole lot more rockets that way, just to help them out. Or, alternatively, I could just be sneaky here, and I could build Europa up right now. So we might just throw some spaceports on here. You have to go up a couple of levels before you even get anything. So the first one that you go up turns it into a small surface port, which is still no good to you, right? So we have to pay a little bit more, and then we finally get an airport. And for 2,000 straight up and 129, we can get ourselves a port on Europa, which is great, because now we are going to get this run out of here. So we'll probably do this run here. I think we'll do another big ship. I like the 520s. I think it's better to do a big run than a bunch of small ones. Just helps things build up a little, right? So we'll probably throw in some food, consumer goods, hopefully, some water in case they need that, some machinery because they'll probably need that, and then I think we'll do space people. Space people. People in space. Alright, and then we probably want 2 more of these, 2 more of those, and 2 of these. Looks good. Earth to Mars, no thank you. To Europa, sir. To Europa. And with that momentous moment, I think we'll take a break. Tune in next time for more adventures of Interstellar Transport Company. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button or leave me a comment on anything you want to see in the future.